Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Should have hollered for him a little earlier.
What?
Yeah, I should have. David, help. Anyway, welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We're going to do the Hemmings sold car roundup, and that's why we yelled at Mr. Ainsley, who I scared the cat apparently inside the house, because David's going to join us with this week's sold
Should
car
have brought Larry
roundup.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's timid, isn't he?
He likes me. He doesn't like too many other people.
Well,
Does he like your boys?
No, he likes me.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you're
why.
the breadwinner.
He's a one cat kind of guy.
He is.
The canned tuna winner.
I'm the person.
Okay. All right. So this is a little game that we like to play every once in a while with the sold cars roundup from Hemmings.com. These cars were on their website and they sold. And so the goal here is to guess what the car sold for. So our first one up this morning is going to be the 1966 Dodge W100. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yep, the W. That's
Yeah,
the
but
W.
actually, that's a pretty good looking truck.
It is.
Standard cab, 2 doors, nothing fancy. Remember, this is 1966. So how much do you think that thing sold for?
$4,000.
Jeff says $4,000. Would you like to guess, Mr. Ainsley?
Ooh. 8,000.
8,000.
Okay, Jeff Heisman says 14.
It sold for $9,500.
Ooh, I was close.
See, I think that would be a good pickup truck to have. Easy to
Yeah,
work
looks
on.
nice.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Next up, a 1968 Dodge Coronet. Now remember that, the Coronet was, I think, the Road Runner and all of those.
It was the baseline for that.
Right.
Okay, I'm saying 21. There's a David Lusk that says 22.8.
22.8. What would you say, David?
I don't know. I'm still seeing the truck.
He's still
I need to
seeing the
see it.
truck.
No, you're not.
Oh,
That's
no,
a
that's the
white
car.
car to
There
me.
it goes. Oh, okay, hang on. It just switched.
Here.
I
Here are
got
my
it.
glasses.
19,000.
19,000. Well, this particular car apparently is pretty correct because it sold for $34,650.
Yeah, Heisman gave it a 21 as well.
Yeah. This would have been yours, the next car up, a 1993 Cadillac Allanté.
Oh.
This car was built in Italy.
Yeah.
And it was flown
Yep.
to the United States.
Designed by Pininfarina.
Pininfarina.
Yep.
Pininfarina.
Yeah.
And at the time, now remember, 93, this was a hot commodity.
Yeah.
And it was expensive, too. Unfortunately, it just didn't live up to all of the hype.
No, because it was, when they shipped it in, didn't they have to ship it in pieces
I think so.
to follow they were dodging some taxes or
I don't
something.
know.
Jeff Heitzman says 26. I'm going to say 17.
David, would you like to give it a whirl?
8,000.
$9,000.
There you go. You just won a car.
And I've actually rode in several of these, and they rode great.
I never liked him, even
surprisingly.
though
Yeah.
I never liked him.
It's ugly.
Next up, now I probably prepped this car over at Richardson Chevrolet because this was my day when I was working there. A 1970 Chevy Monte Carlo. Wasn't that 70 the year that they came out? Or was it
I believe
69?
so. I think
No,
it was
I think it's
70.
70.
70. So this is a first model year vehicle, the 70 Monte Carlo. I'll never forget when these cars came in. Of course, the dealership had them hidden in the new car make-ready building and all that. And, of course, us and all the mechanics would come out there and look at it because it's a brand new car.
Kathy had a 70 Malibu that color.
You open the hood on this car, and there's about 3 feet between the radiator and the front of the motor.
Yeah.
It's all nothing up under there.
You could actually stand in there.
Yes, you could.
And
Right.
work on your engine. I'm going to say $8,000.
Now, okay, but before you say that,
Okay,
let
all
me
right.
just say this, that based on the price that I'm looking at, my guess is that this is all all original car
right.
that was
Looks
probably restored. Okay? So keep that in mind as far
Okay,
as your
Jeff
pricing.
Heitzman says 19, and the David Lusk says 22K. I'm going to go 17.
David?
15.
Well, Mr. Lusk wins.
Very good.
$23,625.
You go, buddy.
Yeah. And,
Wow.
and that wasn't an SS. They didn't have the
No, that's not
SSs
the-
and not
no,
an
no.
S.
Yeah, they came out,
Yeah,
I think,
after.
71 or
Yeah.
the end of 70, 71.
And remember, I think that it was later, I think it's 71 model or something, they had the swivel seats.
Yes.
Yeah.
front.
Oh, yeah.
That was a carryover from the Oldsmobile brought that over,
Oldsmobile
too.
and Pontiac, I believe, too.
Next up, this is Leslie's car, a 2014 Toyota FJ Cruiser. And she says, man, if they still made that car, I'd buy that car
They
today.
do. Don't they make that car?
No, they haven't made it in years.
I thought they made an FJ.
No. But
You,
this car was
What?
based on
What?
I sent that.
the 4Runner. Did you know that? Yeah. So this is a 4Runner in an FJ Cruiser form, 2-door, off-road,
Oh, yeah.
SUV, Scout kind of,
I'm sorry, what year again? Is it
a 2014.
2014.
Again, this is probably a low miles original.
Yeah. Heisman says 13K. I'm going to go 14K.
22.
38.
Oh, boy.
850.
I
Well,
thought
I'll
they
put-
had some value.
They're,
We'll
they're,
all
they're
pull our
like
money.
the old original Broncos.
Yes.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
just like stupidly high.
Yeah. And remember when they stopped making them, the sales weren't all that great. That's why they stopped making
Right,
them.
right.
Next up, a 1959 Volkswagen Beetle. This is a resto-mod.
Yeah, buddy.
They've got the bumper tucked in. It's got big wheels and tires on it. Super clean. This is my kind of vehicle. I would really consider something like this if it was a little more to my liking when it came to the price. How much do you think that the 59 VW Beetle would go for?
I'm going to go $40,000.
Wow.
You want to guess?
Heitzman says $7,000.
Boy, for
David-
7 to 40.
David Lusk says 25. Hold value crazy. I'm sorry, 14. David Lusk says 14. I'm sorry.
I'll go 18.
$52,500.
I was close.
So there's a little more to the
Yeah.
mod than
You don't
the
see
the
the-
resto.
Yeah.
You don't see the
Wow.
jewelry box on that one.
Man.
It's nice.
Next one. It just drew my attention. This is a 73 Pontiac Firebird, dressed in white. It looks like it's all stock. Based on the price, I'm going to say it's probably an original numbers matching car.
TA.
I don't.
Is it a
Well,
TA
it's
on
got
the
that.
hood?
It's
Yeah.
got the TA hood.
Got
on
the
it.
TA hood, but I think that doesn't. I'm thinking that's like a 70 model front end. I mean, I'm not that big on Pontiacs, but that just don't look quite right for that year model.
All right. Well, 73 Pontiac Firebird. Keep that in your mind when you tell me what you think that the car sold for.
I'm going to say 15,000.
15.
I think
David,
25.
what would you say?
25.
David says 25.
David Lusk says 19, and
19.
I think Mr. Heitzman says 23.
26.
Oh,
Ooh.
775.
well, we're all kind of in the
I
range.
won 4.
That-
4 cars.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, and for our last one this morning, I have to do this because there's something appealing about these kind of trucks. This looks like an all-original, rust-free. This is a 1951 Ford F1, which in today's world would be an F-150.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an F1, 1951. And let me tell you something. I had a 54 Chevrolet pickup truck decades ago. And boy, I'll tell you what, they've come a long way since this era in building trucks because those things were built to last and there were no frills whatsoever.
Okay, David Lusk says 12.5. Jeff Heitzman says 41. I'm going to say 20.
30.
15,750.
Oh,
Years ago, and I'm talking years ago.
David
here in
Lusk is
Allen,
closest.
I got an assignment to come and shoot some pictures of an F1. But it was a big block, blown, tilt front end.
Yeah.
But whenever he walked down the street in that thing, you knew he was coming. It was beautiful black.
See, if I had one of those, it'd be all cleaned up, original paint, and the original, I assume, 6-cylinder engine in it. 51?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Yeah. An inline 6. Normally aspirated, single carburetor, no horsepower, tons of torque.
Yeah, put.
Yeah, and it probably had a 3 on the column.
Yeah.
3 on the tree.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something about the original truck that just does it for me. It's plain. It's simple. It's nothing fancy. Clean it up.
Sleeper.
Yeah. Well,
Not really a sleeper. Because you're not going to go blow somebody's
Well,
doors
that's true
off at the
too.
red light.
But you can make it.
It just
I would have a really nice, easy on the knee clutch. Clutch pedal on it. And a new clutch on it with a nice balanced flywheel and clutch plate. And boy, I'll tell you what, that thing would last forever. Of course, you could only do about 50 top speed in it.
Well, but traffic here in Houston, you're not going to go much faster than
You're
that.
right. That's right.
Well, depending on the time of day, too.
All right.
Don wouldn't even on a free freeway.
Yeah, wouldn't even entertain that. All right. So that was that, and thank you very much for playing. And Mr. Lusk, welcome to our little game that we play, and we appreciate you participating. Everybody can participate. How do they participate, Mr. Mars?
They can go into either Facebook or YouTube, either one, and watch the live stream and use the live chat to click into it and send us the message, and we pick it up off of either one of them.
And that's who both of these fellas are on.
Yeah, and you can do that anytime, really.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you want to make a comment during the show,
do it.
Yeah, do it. We'll try.
You can
and
even
keep
say
up with
hateful
it.
things.
Yeah,
we'll just ignore those.
Yeah. And we had George wasn't playing today, so we hope George is okay. George is okay.
Yeah, always worried about George.
I know
he's not been in great health, and George Skelton is who we're referring to, and love George. And he and I went to grade school, junior high, and high school together. Anyway, let's take a break, shall we? Just ahead, Jeff has the racing calendar. Mars has This Week in Auto History, and I'll bring some of you the stories making automotive news headlines this week. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good.
Make a splash. Live the dream. It all happens at the Houston Automotive Show at NRG Center. Check out classic autos to today's cars and trucks. Experience off-road adventures with Polaris, Ram, and Camp Jeep. Explore 5 acres of the newest sport boats, fishing boats, and much more. It's all here, from the open road to the open water. If it thrills you, you'll find fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now. The Houston Automotive Show, making waves and fueling adventure.
Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We invite you to join our live broadcast every Saturday 10 to noon. We're going to try to be on, I think, 9 to noon at the Houston Automotive Show. Mm-hmm. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that works.
Yeah.
But you raised doubt in my mind that that's going to happen.
I have no doubt that it's going to happen.
You had doubt earlier.
No. I was. Can we get in there? Yeah, we can get in there. Yeah, because I think Rochelle on those days she's there like at 6:30 because of the TVs and things she does.
Okay. should have hired me. I'm telling you, I'd be a great spokesperson for the Houston Automotive Show. All right. Time now
Ring a
for...
bell.
Huh?
You could stand out front with a bell.
Yes, I could. And that would be right. Hey, come on in. Ding,
Like you
ding,
said, the
ding.
Walmart door greeter. There you go.
Time now for the racing calendar, Jeffrey.
Well, there's a lot
Brought
of...
to you by Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Thank you for that. Not a whole lot of racing going on because the season's winding up. You got Daytona. We'll have more information on Daytona a little later. But David mentioned, I got hiccups. David mentioned General Motors' $6 billion hit. On Thursday of last week, they lose another $6 billion as a result of the decision to pack up the electric car process. It comes of a $1.6 billion charge to disclose in October, but only $6 billion of this is involved. It's another sign of the significant cost of traditional automakers after the president recently said that they were intended to go foster the adoption of zero-emission vehicles. GM and other automakers invested heavily in EV plans in anticipation of stringent environmental regulations put in place by the previous administration. They also expected some states to follow along and take the lead of California and ban gas-powered vehicles by 2035. But this administration rolled back those emissions. Those rules are gone. Financial support for the EVs is also gone. Electric cars aren't going away entirely. However, a significant demand remains in the United States and actually flourishing in other countries around the world. Much of GM's $6 billion, David, charged against its earnings will go towards settling canceled contracts of suppliers of the parts for the EVs. So that's what they charge it back. They got to pay all those contracts out. GM did not announce that it would be discontinuing any particular electric cars at the moment, nor did it announce that it would be closing any factories or cutting any jobs, but it had already announced in October that it would be eliminating one shift at the Factory Zero EV plant in Detroit, placing 1,200 hourly workers on indefinite layoff, and it also placed 550 workers at an EV battery plant in Ohio on indefinite layoff. So it's a big hit for GM. They're paying out now because they know that the future is going to be back to the gasoline motors. So there you go.
How about the other manufacturers?
They hadn't reported yet.
Stellantis,
Yeah.
they've cut all that off.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ford's backing out of theirs.
Yeah.
You know, what was the truck? The big EV truck?
Yeah, and then they had a fire at one of the plants too.
Well, that was at a aluminum stamping
Yeah,
plant.
in Detroit, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big mess right now.
So it's cyclical. It's, hype, and then boom, got to pay the piper at the end.
All right, Mr. Mars, this week in auto history.
Yes, sir. Found lots of things that I think are really interesting. And I wanted to note that since we started doing this, we started out, this happened, but it's starting to come together to where things build on top of each other. So, for example, in 1896, Charles and Frank Duryea sold the first Duryea motor wagon. Now, this is the first recognized sale of an American gasoline-powered automobile, which literally singly started to launch the U.S. auto industry. Now, going into that, another step that happened in 1909, Cadillac came up with interchangeable parts. Now, they demonstrated this because they went to England and they won a competition over there and showed that interchangeable automotive parts with precision manufacturing could work on a larger scale. So that's how they kind of started moving the industry towards the mass production. Then, and you look at it in 1913 is when Henry Ford perfects the moving assembly line. Now, these things kind of tie in together because of the way the parts are, so that Henry Ford gets these ideas and starts by the innovation, which actually cut the Model T build time from over 12 hours to about 90 minutes. Cut cost.
That's huge.
Wages
Yeah,
rose.
big.
And so car ownership exploded from that because people could readily get to them. Then in 1949 is whenever General Motors expanded the availability of the Hydromatic automatic transmission. Put it out across multiple brands, including Oldsmobile, Cadillac, and it quickly got people accelerating away from the manual gearboxes because it was just considered easier, it was nicer, and it was just a luxury feel to this. And then in 1953, power steering reached the mass markets when Chevrolet expanded theirs beyond, it was just their luxury models. So they started putting it on other vehicles, which got it down into the mainstream. Then in 1964, the Chevrolet Impala was tops in U.S. sales.
Oh, yeah.
And, hot rodders for years have been looking at the 64 Impala and several years around there. But because of its size and comfort, it just really hit with the American people, and then it became a hot rod.
Well, hot rods and lowriders.
Yeah. In 1972, of course, you got to have a few hiccups as you go along in this development process. The Chevrolet responded to growing criticism of the Vega engine durability, and actually it's whenever they started looking at it and started taking it out. And it was the troubles from the Vega that actually caused it to be dropped across the industry. 1986, Audi brings all-wheel drive sedans to America, and I did not realize that was what happened when they brought their all-wheel drives across. Because of the rally racing they were doing in other parts of the world, it really came across and brought in the traction and stuff where people could use it for in mud and snow and things like that. So if you look at auto history, including coming up to 2002, when it really steps into the drive-by-wire throttle system. Now, we always, as you get up underneath the hood, you reach up there and grab the throttle cable on the carburetor, and you blip the carburetor, and pop the butterflies a couple of times. Lots of fun, particularly at the drag strip. You can't do that no more. It's all drive-by-wire through the throttle bodies, and it's all part of the computer mechanisms that gets us to where we're at. Of course, this is what helps with our fuel economy, and it also gives assistance to the semi-autonomous driving systems that are being developed.
And it also ends the show on a very ugly note. Depressing. We don't want to hear it. But there are still, you don't have to have those.
No,
you can still go to the five and dime and buy yourself a Holley 4-barrel carburetor.
Yeah. Or you can buy even a fuel injection that looks like a Holley carburetor.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Very popular.
But that was some of the things we found this week in automotive history. And like I say, it started clicking how, if you look back through it, how things build on themselves.
Except EVs. Oh, sorry, I didn't say that, did I? Some of the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Despite an industry-wide push to go paperless and digitize the car buying experience, customers still mostly prefer to visit a dealership for financing and take home physical documents, according to two studies. CDK Global's 2025 F&I Shopper Study, published in September, found 55% of customers signed paper versions of the necessary auto deal documents, and 53% said that was their preference. Study ran from mid-April through May and received responses from 1,300 consumers. 62% of consumers received physical copies of the documents at the end of the auto deal, and 53% said they preferred to leave with such hard copies. Give me the receipt, dang it. I bought it. I want something.
I bought
something
mine.
for my $50,000.
I got a flash drive. All my paperwork's on a flash drive, and I signed a computer. I scribbled a touchscreen.
Well, because you were always that kind of rambunctious youngster, always pushing the edge.
I guess.
Stellantis has canceled its full lineup of plug-in hybrid vehicles that it spent the past 5 years turning into some of the segment's top sellers. Automaker will instead focus its electrification strategy on conventional hybrids, such as the redesigned Jeep Cherokee that is shipping to dealerships right now, range-extended electric vehicles, and a small number of full EVs. The Jeep Wrangler 4xE, the number one plug-in hybrid in the U.S., according to registration data, is among the vehicles the company has canceled for the 2026 model year. Whoops. I've got a series of stuff here for Ford Motor Company drastically scaling back its electric vehicle plans and refocusing its U.S. manufacturing footprint on hybrid and gasoline vehicles to reduce losses from an EV market that never developed the way it envisioned.
Oh.
Ford Motor Credit faces a wage and hour lawsuit. What? A wage and hour lawsuit on behalf of customer service representatives who claim they weren't compensated for mandatory off-the-clock work. The suit, which is seeking class action status, alleges violations of the Fair Labor Standards Act and breach of contract by the captive lender. According to the complaint, customer service representatives, before their scheduled shifts, were required to boot up their computers and log in, a process that typically took 15 to 25 minutes. If they didn't, they faced disciplinary action for tardiness, according to the suit. Well, guess what? They didn't get paid for that, and they're going, well, wait a minute, I'm on the clock. No, you are not. Oh, yes, you are.
Also, the credit department, so we're going to credit you your check.
Yeah, well.
That's what it is.
Okay. And Ford Motor Company said that in 2028, drivers of its vehicles will be able to take their eyes off the road as part of a new version of its driver assistance system.
It can go wrong there.
It will also, in the coming months, roll out an artificial intelligence tool that customers can use in the Ford and Lincoln app before the automaker integrates it into the vehicles in 2027. Hands-free, eyes-free. I don't see a problem there, do you?
My car reminds me to keep your eyes on the road because if you don't, it's got that sensor, whatever.
Yeah, but that's because it's old.
Well, I might wear one of my sunglasses too. You can't see your eyes.
Mitsubishi Motors North America suing an Iowa dealership, Edwards Mitsubishi, for refusing to participate in the automaker's visual identity program, alleging it used unauthorized signage and failed to provide the exclusive showroom mandated by its dealer agreement. Okay, you're getting sued.
Yep.
You don't put the sign up and you don't want to sell cars, well, we'll take care of that.
Yep, goes around, comes around.
Opening and closing the car door is one of the simplest tasks a human driver needs to do. But for a robo-taxi, seemingly mundane problems, such as an exiting passenger leaving a door ajar, can lead to all sorts of chaos. Waymo is addressing the vulnerability by paying people in Los Angeles about $20 to $24 to help stranded cars. Many are tow truck drivers who learn when the company needs their assistance through an app called Honk. Cesar Marenko, who owns Milagro Towing in Inglewood, told the Washington Post that he does about 3 jobs a week for Waymo through Honk. He posted a video on TikTok of himself helping a car that was unable to move until he freed the seat belt caught in a rear door. Can you imagine?
That's way more trouble than
way more trouble.
Yeah. You know, the Waymos in Houston are on the rail tracks. Did you see that?
No.
I think it was on your station.
Really?
The Waymos are going on the local rail. What do they call that? It's
the rail line.
Rail line. You know, it's
Metro?
Metro, yeah.
Metro
rail. They're finding they're driving on that and parking and pulling
How
over.
fun.
Yeah.
In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We're going to wrap things up right after this quick break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
Well, that's all for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check us out online at InWheelTime.com. We're always looking for new information, informative, great automotive things to bring to our global audience. If you have an idea, event, road trip, tell tale, if you want us to feature, let us know. Our email address is info@InWheelTime.com. When you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the In Wheel Time app and website. Grab a podcast from your favorite podcast store, too. We video stream our live show every Saturday, 10 to noon, Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time video coordinator is We Always Need More Jeff Zekin. The booking agent, video editor, Michael Out of This World Mars. Chief engineer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks to our weekly show contributors, George Skelton and Jeff Heitzman. Have a great weekend, and so long for now.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.